Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of America's Got Talent. We're going to be starting off strong tonight with our very first contestant, Miss Hannah Dillehay. So, I'm sure you're all excited to get into it, but before we can get going with her act, we're going to have to go over a few things. We're going to take a look at Hannah's family and friends, her talents and interests, and of course, some of her plans for the future. Hannah's been out here tonight, all the way from Council Bluffs, Iowa, where she lives with her mother, Olivia, who's a wonderful cook and the accounting manager at Rasmussen Mechanical Services, her father, Brian, who's a great mechanic, both on the job and in his own free time, and her older brother, Joe, who's a borderline professional gamer. While we're here, we should mention some of Hannah's pets, like her husky, Callie, her little chihuahua, Ruby, and her faithful cat, Milo. Recently, the family went on a wonderful vacation to Riviera Maya, Mexico, where they enjoyed beautiful views of the Caribbean coastline, swam in a cenote, and ate some great food. While she's back in Council Bluffs, Hannah also stays close with her great-grandmother Barb and her mom's cousin Shannon, and the whole family can be found gathering to watch every Nebraska football game. Obviously, Hannah's friends are great, but her list of fans couldn't be called complete without taking a look at some of her friends, like Aubrey Stark, Mia Smith, Tana Witt, Emily Pomeranakis, Trista Baker, and Jasmine Villalobos. While Hannah's not hanging out with her friends or family, she likes to stay busy. Whether it's dancing competitively or writing state policy, it's safe to say that Hannah makes the most out of her time. Just at AL, Hannah is on the dance team, is a member of student council, is a member of the National Honor Society, and does mock trial, all at the same time as her regular classes. Now, aside from all these other activities, dance is definitely one of Hannah's big passions. As well as being a longtime member of the ALHS dance team, Hannah is also a member of a very competitive dance team run through Carrie's Dance Studio, where her and her team meet multiple times a week to practice. This team's been very successful recently, all the way through national competitions, and they've actually won 2 national competitions in the last couple of years at Minneapolis and Nashville. Despite her success, dance isn't all Hannah is passionate about, and Hannah also really cares about making a difference in her community, which is why she went through the intense application process to get into SIYAC, or the State of Iowa Youth Advisory Council, which is where a group of around 25 students meet multiple times a year with Iowa State legislators to discuss and have direct input into solutions to problems that youth in Iowa face. Now, even with her very busy schedule, Hannah still finds time to enjoy the little things, like camping with her family, or painting and going out to eat with some of her best friends. Obviously, Hannah's schedule is very busy, but her ambitions are high, and her expectations for herself are even higher. After graduating from high school in just a couple months, Hannah plans to pursue a post-secondary education by attending a 4-year college where she can study pre-law or political science. She doesn't know for sure where she wants to go, but Northwest Missouri State is definitely a strong contender on account of its strong pre-law programs and its lively campus. After graduating from college, Hannah would love to attend a University of Law, like the Creighton University of Law in Nebraska, Omaha. Here, she'd be able to learn to become a lawyer and continue making an impact in her community. After graduating from college, Hannah dreams of having a house somewhere in the country where she can be close to family and where she can start a family of her own, which wouldn't be complete without a couple of dogs. That was a lot. So before we get out of here and we start Hannah's performance, we'll have to take a quick recap. First, we looked at her family and friends, who are her biggest supporters. We took a look at her interests, hobbies, talents, and skills. And finally, we looked at some of her plans for her future. With her strong, loving family behind her, and her wide array of skills, hobbies, talents, and abilities, I'm sure that you are just as excited as me to see what Miss Hannah Dillehay has in store, coming up right after this on tonight's episode of America's Got Talent.